All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our yin practice. So a blanket, a couple of blocks, your mat, some music if you like, that playlist that I've brought to us. So we're going to start by lying on your back. Now you have a couple of options before you get right onto your back. If you really like fish pose, making the blocks into a T, you can do our lying centering in fish pose. Right? So bringing that long block, making a T, one block right along your back, hugging that rib cage, lets the shoulders fall, lets the arms fall, opens up the heart. Otherwise, you can go traditional lying centering. So come down onto your mat. And then just soften your eyes, soften your cheeks, and soften your jaw. This practice is about 35 minutes. So it's designed to realign us, realign our spine, realign our hips, realign our mind, and realign our souls. So everything gets coming into play. So we're going to do the regular principles of yin, finding our edge, that Goldilocks principle. So not going too deep or too light, just finding that nice spot. And then holding, most poses are going to be for 3 minutes. So we want to find some stillness when we hold that pose. And then we're going to just reap the benefits, both physically, mentally, emotionally from it. So take a nice big inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale and let everything go. Anything you did before the practice, anything that might be coming up after, we want to try and stay present. Just put it on a little shelf for now. It's there, but we can just let it sit for a second. Let it disappear for a few minutes. So taking that nice big inhale all the way through your lung, up through your nose. Hold it at the top for a breath of 1 or 2. And then exhale, let everything go. Let it out of your mouth. You can make sounds here. It's like, let it go. So do a couple real forceful exhales. And then bring your breathing back to just a nice box. So breathe up for 4. Hold it for 4. Exhale it for 4. So we want to try to get our inhales and our exhales nice and long. But you don't want to force it. Maybe you're breathing up to 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. And count your breaths. And after you've done a few of those, just let your body come back to a natural rhythm of breathing. Now, in your next couple of breaths, scan your body. Start at your top of your head, your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw. Let everything soften. Then move through to your torso, your chest, your abs, your back, middle back, lower back. Let everything soften. Get nice and heavy into that mat. Then move down towards your pelvis area, your hips, your glutes, your buttocks, nice and heavy. Maybe a small rock of the hips side to side. I always like to visualize that I'm wiggling into a nice, warm, sandy beach. And then go down your legs. Think about the front of your legs and your back of your legs. Think about softening through the knees, the calves and the shins, both legs. Then your ankles. Maybe you just want to move your ankles. Maybe you want to put a couple circles into your ankles. Maybe you flex them. Soften. Can you press through your heels and spread your toes? And then let your whole lower body get nice and heavy. And draw your attention to your shoulders. Maybe wiggle them into your mat. Your arms. So start with one arm. Back of the arms, front of the arms, elbows, forearms, wrists. Maybe make some circles with your wrists. We use our fingers so much. Maybe you reach your hands, stretch your fingers right wide, and then let them fall softly. Roll them back into your palm. And do the same on the other arm. Take one more nice big breath in. And then on your exhale, let everything soften one more time. Get really, really heavy. And we're going to draw our knees into our chest. You're going to drop your knees over to the right. And you're going to push yourself up. But we're coming into a child's pose. So even before you're here, if you're on your your knees are facing the long vertical edge of your mat, turn sideways maybe for your wide-legged child's pose. So you can bring your blanket, you can bring your blocks close by so that you have them. So we're going to bring the toes together, walk the knees out. Now, if it's anything, a little tension on the knees, before you even get down there, grab your handy dandy blanket or roll your yoga mat up, but we'll roll our yoga mat up later. Bring your hands down alongside your ribs, and then you're going to walk your hands all the way out. Grab a block. So you can bring as you sink your glutes towards your heels, you're going to press your chest down towards the floor. Forearms are going to reach forward. They're going to sink, and maybe you bring your head on top of a block. See what that feels like before you truly, truly settle in. You can move the block and say, I think I want to put my head right onto the ground. Right? So it's a gentle compression here of your abdomen, and that's going to benefit any of the organs that support a digestion. But you want to keep breathing and exhaling. Every exhale, you sink. On the inhale, you feel your belly and your ribs and your back expand. On the exhale, you feel everything sink back in. Wide-legged child's pose is also psychologically very soothing. So if you're feeling cold, it soothes us, it warms us. If you're feeling anxious, it grounds us. And with yin, we want to find that spot where we're not holding tension. We want to let the muscles go on vacation and give the opportunity to go deep into our fascia. And once we find that spot, can we hold it? Can we find the stillness in our body? And once we find the stillness in our body, can you find the stillness in your mind? Keep your connection to your breath. As we're just starting out, your mind may wander. And that's okay. That's what minds do. Just bring it back. Find a mantra. I am breathing. I am at peace. I am calm. Take one more breath. We're going to lift our head. Bring your hands a little closer towards your body. You're going to realign those knees. And then if you're on the long edge like I am, I'm going to turn sideways and come right down onto your belly. Stack your hands on top of one another. Bring your forehead on top of your hands. And let your shoulders round. Let your feet fall wherever they naturally want to fall. Hang out here for a few breaths. Take another nice deep breath. Then raise your head and align your elbows underneath your shoulders. Now I've got my blanket right on top of me, but I'm going to slide my blanket out so that my elbows are on my blanket. So body's still staying long. We're moving into what we call Sphinx pose. Tops of your feet are going to kiss the ground. You're pressing into your forearms. And then you grab your blocks. I'll get you all set up. Then I'll say, grab your block. So slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Lift your chest and lift your head. And now visualize your shoulders relaxing and falling down towards your tailbone. You can stay right here. If that's a bit too intense, bring the arms up just forward a little bit. Now you can grab your blocks and you can stack your block one on top of the other into a T. I make one long. And then you can place your forehead on it. So Sphinx is a big back bend. So we can rest our head still while we press into the ground with our hips. So it's also a very big heart opening shape. So we want to breathe into the space within your heart, at top of your lungs, center of your lungs, deep into your lungs. So Sphinx is a great pose to help us to learn to breathe deeply into the chest, into the back. Provides a nice back bend. So that might reduce a little bit of lower back pain, but be respectful. It also will help us improve spine flexibility. So find your edge. Remember your principles of yin. Are you holding tension anywhere? Loosen those shoulders. Let them fall down towards, push the shoulders down towards your spine, towards your tailbone. And breathe. On your next breath, let's just lift our head if it's using the blocks. We'll move the blocks a little bit out of the way. Start to walk your hands underneath your shoulders, really pushing yourself up, and then push yourself right back into a child's pose. So sink your heels back into your glutes back into your heels. Reach your arms forward. Take a nice big exhale. And let everything get heavy. One more breath. And come up into a table. So this next one we're going to go into is full frog. And I haven't taken us to full frog. So this one I'm going to get us to line up. So you are going to use the long edge of your mat. So bring your blocks to the center long edge of the mat. You're going to roll up each side of your mat. So the ends are going to roll in, roll them in, roll them in, roll them in, roll them in really tight. Enough that you're going to bring your knees on top of the part that you just rolled. Okay, so my knees are on top of that mat. And I'm going to bring my feet out so that my feet back. So my ankles are in line with my knees and my feet are kicking out. My blocks are at the front. And then you're going to walk your hands out, come onto your elbows. Now, keeping your hips up, you're going to bring a block down to the center of your chest and then a block up or down, doesn't matter, it might move as we sit here. You're going to drop your chest down to the block and your head down to the block, but those hips are staying high. So I'm going to turn around before you get right there and show you what it would look like on the side. So I've got, pretend my mat's rolled up. So my feet kicked out. I got frog legs. Walking my forehead, walking my chest, walking my head down, but the hips stay up. Now, if it's too intense on the knees, bring the hips a little bit forward. Play with that hip and feel that sink. Now, a little bit of discomfort is good for us. It's okay to be uncomfortable. What we want to avoid is, one is we want to avoid holding any tension in that discomfort. So this is huge on the inner groin and on the hips. Okay? So find that edge. Tell yourself it's okay to be uncomfortable. Great big stretch for the groin, for the hips. Your inhales and your exhales nice and long. So remember that more is not necessarily better. Get nice and heavy. Take 5 more nice deep breaths. We're slowly going to lift your head. Walk your hands towards your body. Then just drop down onto your glutes onto one side so that you can roll your mat back out. We're going to come sitting on the edge, on our glutes. Bring your knees, your feet wide as your mat, knees bent. Point your fingertips behind you. Take your gaze, look up towards your ceiling, so drop your head. And then windshield wiper side to side. And then we're going to lift our torso up and find our sit bones. You're going to slide the left leg nice and long on a diagonal. The right leg is going to come in. So you're coming into a half-seated butterfly. So here I want you to play with that knee, or with the foot, how close it comes or how out it comes. And then bring your one block and your other block. So if your knee is up, I want you to bring the block and support that knee wherever it is. So you've got a couple of options with the upper body. You can bring your opposite hand over to reach your foot, to reach your ankle. And we're going to hang out here. And if that puts a little bit too much tension on your knee, don't do the side twist. Bring your body forward and hinge forward. Now on this one, feel free to round your back and round your spine and bring your head down to the ground. But not down to the ground, down to a block. Bring that block closer for you. Now, if that hamstring of the extended leg is super, super, super tight, you can put your blanket underneath it. You can put your other arm, make a little fist, and put your fist underneath that long leg. So a couple of options. Over to the side or to the front. Just get nice and heavy. Are you staying connected to your breath? Take one more breath. Start to lift your upper body or unwind and come bring your torso back in line. And then bend that straight leg so you're kind of in a seated position and twist yourself over the knee that was bent. So that long leg, twist over. I'm going to take that right over to the other side. So extend the opposite leg. Bring the other knee in. So bring that block underneath, support it either underneath the thigh or underneath the leg. And noting that both sides of our body are different. So maybe you extended the opposite arm over on this side. Maybe that side's too tight. Maybe it's loose and it likes to do it. So maybe this side we're going to go forward. Find that spot. Find enough of the spot to settle in. So you want to kind of bring your foot to the inner thigh, toes to the sky. You can round your back here. Don't worry about your spine. Just let everything get heavy and round. You can bring your hands on top of blocks, support your forearms. Find your edge. Can you hold this in stillness? So it's not necessarily about going deeper in yin. The practice would be about going longer. So where we're holding poses for 3 to 5 minutes, taking them 5 to 8 minutes. Now that's not every pose, not every shape. But we're honoring our body. We're investing the time to go deep. And slowly lift your head, lift your torso or unwind. I'll move that block out of the way. Come back to easy seated pose. So bring that long leg in, twist towards that front knee that was bent. And we'll unravel out of that. We're going to grab both blocks and you're going to come onto your mat. Knees are going to be bent. You're going to bring your lower back, your back. You're going to lie back onto the ground. And then just because we were doing that, like take your feet wide again, because we were doing that external rotation of the hips, maybe a few windshield wipers here before we transition might feel good. So just drop your knees side to side and don't be in a rush. All right, both knees are going to come back up towards the sky. You're going to walk your feet in line with your hips and then walk your feet closer to your glutes. We're going to go into supported bridge. So bring your block and you're going to press up into your feet just to lift those hips up. And you're going to bring the block under your sacrum. It is not, I hate saying not, but it's not coming to your lower back. We want the lower back unsupported. So you have a couple of options. One, we want stability here and safety. Want to be safe, safe, safe. So one block might feel like enough, and it's going to be on the flat edge. Feel if you want to come up a little higher, you stack 2 blocks. But even if you want to go higher, I'd still like you to take 2 blocks together for that added stability of it. But from everything that we do, I think the long edge of the block, the square rectangular side, will support us just enough. Now, arms can either come down by your side with the palms kissing the earth, or you can reach them up overhead with the back of your hands kissing the ground and kissing the earth. So I want you to really sink here. Use gravity, succumb to the gravity and get past the muscles. Don't even use your muscles. Right? You're going to be fully supported by that block. Trust me. Now you can keep the knees bent, or if you like, you can walk each leg out, toes to the sky and coming onto your heels. But again, sink here. Really give in and let your back open. Soften your eyes. Soften your cheeks. Soften your jaw. Now, if your feet are extended, your legs are extended, bend the knees, bring your feet back up. If your arms are overhead, bring your arms back alongside your body. You can let the palms roll up and let the shoulders roll down. We're here for a couple more breaths. Press into your feet just enough. Slide the blocks out. Hold yourself up for a second. And we're going to lower nice and slow to a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your spine connect to the ground, to the earth. Then bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Hug those knees deeply into your core. Keeping your feet touching one another, bring your feet back towards the ground. Take your right knee, cross it over your left knee so it's thigh to thigh, nice and tight. Bring your arms out into a T with the palms up. Take a nice big inhale all the way in. On your exhale, drop your knees to the left. And now can you slide the knees closer towards your shoulder? If it feels good, take your head and neck, look the other way, and sink into your reclined twist. We're not going to be here for very long. Few nice breaths. Let everything heavy, let everything soften. Then on your next breath, start to bring those knees back up to center. Uncross your legs. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself that hug. Hug those knees into your core, into your abs. And we'll drop the feet back down. Left leg over the right knee, so thigh to thigh. Arms back into a T. Nice big inhale. Fill up your lungs, fill up your lungs, fill up your lungs. Exhale, drop your knees to the right. And once they're down to the ground, can you slide the knees up a little further up towards your shoulders? Be respectful of where that twist comes within your spine. If it feels good, take your gaze to look the other way. Close your eyes and sink. And on your next inhale, bring those knees back up towards the sky. Untangle your legs. Hug those knees in your chest one more time. Realign that spine. Let's take the right leg nice and long. Bring that heel to the outside corner of your mat. Take the left leg nice and long. Bring that heel to the outside corner of your mat. Find your blanket. Maybe drape it just across your hips, across your belly, or wrap yourself all the way up. Bring your arms down alongside your body. Close your eyes. Soften your shoulders. Sink, melt, and surrender. Shavasana is the most important pose, most important component of our yoga practice. Let yourself truly heavy, melt, sink, surrender. Maybe say that over in your breath. I am melting. I am sinking. I am surrendering. And trust, I will bring you back in a couple of moments. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking care of your body. It's the only place we have to live, and you've served it well. Start to move your fingers and your toes and maybe your ankles and your wrists. Draw your knees up to one side, roll onto that side. Little fetal position. Oh, yeah. Then use that top hand, bring yourself up to sitting. Any position that's comfortable for you. We'll take our arms up towards the sky. We'll bring our hands down to our heart center. Bow your head towards your heart. May all beings everywhere be in peace and be free. From my heart to yours, thank you so much. It's been my privilege to share this practice with you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, and peace to everybody. Down dog.